Back with Will Healy, the head coach of the Austin Peay Governors, getting set for the season here. When is your report date?
August 2nd.
August 2nd. Get on the field then. Season opener at Georgia. How many
September
times?
1st, 3:30, ESPN.
How many times have you thought about the Bulldogs since Tua Tagovailoa threw that touchdown to beat them back in January?
I was actually pulling for them because I wanted to play the defending national champions. I mean, what an awesome atmosphere for our guys to be able to go play in. And I can't remember a time when people were talking about Georgia in my lifetime as much as they are right now. You know, so it'll be awesome. There'll be 100,000 people in there. It's 3:30 ESPN. You know, it's a great environment. It's the type of game that I want to schedule. I don't want to play two MAC schools. I want to play the biggest, baddest SEC school we can find and put our kids in that environment and see how they respond.
It's going to be a special time when you go down there and do that. You also have a tough stretch later on, still in the month of September, when you play Martin and Jacksonville State and TSU, three other contenders in the OVC in a row. Last year, of course, you won the Sergeant York Trophy for the first time in a long, long time. I believe 1987. Ever?
Ever.
What was 1987?
1977 was the last time they won the OVC.
Okay, go back a long time. So breaking records and making historical facts just about every time out there. You look at this team, though. We talked about earlier Jeremiah Oatsfall, who you're starting quarterback, or the guy who will likely compete for the job with Jovan Craig, who started all 12 games for you last year. To have both of those guys back, what do they both give you at the position?
Well, the nice thing, they both are spread option type quarterbacks. Javon's a very dynamic athlete. He's 205, 210 pounds right now, runs well, throws the ball well. I think that he's played a lot of football in our league too. So he's going into his junior year. He's had some experience. I think they both do. They both run the same offense, but they both have intangibles that are very different. You know, Jeremiah's the guy that you can put a basketball hoop up in here and he thinks he could beat Michael Jordan. You know, Javon is more the game manager and is able to do a lot of things with his legs. He throws the ball, really well. They're just they're both system type quarterbacks, and they both can win a lot of games in this league. That's why we're fortunate. You know, it's hard to keep quarterbacks because when one plays, the other one wants to leave. And fortunately for us, we were able to keep Javon, and he's done great things. And it made it hard on Jeremiah in the offseason. I don't think Jeremiah feels complacent or feels like it's his job. I think he thinks he's got to go earn it. And so that'll be fun to watch again in fall camp. I think we will be good up front offensively on the offensive line. We've got some depth, and we've got some some seniors that have played a lot of football that'll be up there. Our running backs I feel great about. I think we've got good quality depth there. I think we've got to have a playmaking wide receiver step up and be a go-to type guy. And then we got some youth at tight end. But offensively, I think we got a chance.
You're giving me the overview there. I have pointed questions to some of these things. Ryan Rocketsus and Kyle Anderton are two preseason all-OVC offensive linemen. How big of cornerstones, literally, are they for your team up front?
Well, the nice thing about it is I think our center is Byron Glass is as good as any I've ever been around. So it starts with him. Rock is enormous. He's like 6'6", 330 pounds, and has started since his freshman year there. He's been great. Kyle Anderton is a guy that should have an opportunity to play at the next level, what his move from tight end. It's funny. Kyle played at Station Camp, right? He was a high school quarterback. He goes and plays tight end at Vanderbilt. He wants to be recruited by us as a tight end, so he's 273 pounds when we recruit him. He shows up to camp at 298 pounds, and I asked him, what are you trying to do to me? We need a left tackle, and you're 298 pounds. So his first game playing offensive line was a Cincinnati game, and just got better and better and better throughout the year, and he's so athletic. I think he'll have a chance to continue to play. We've got 5 guys up front that have played a lot. They've got really good continuity, and then I think we're probably 8 deep up there, so we should be able to sustain some injuries for when those happen.
The running back position, there's actually some depth there as well. How comfortable do you feel about that position and the production you think you can get there?
I think we're talented. I think that Ahmad is been the guy that's been the most consistent. Ahmad Tanner had a great freshman year for us. I think Trey Nation has taken so many steps forward, and he's probably as talented as any I've coached in a long time. Then you've got some guys that are scat back type guys. Daryl Rollins Davis can take it the distance. Kentel Williams has been fantastic for us. Prince Mamadou, the guy that played at Brentwood Academy, he's had some really big touches for us too. So I think we've got 5 that are really solid FCS players.
Defensively, you've got a great tackler, linebacker, and Gunnar Scalato, and then Jason Williams leads, I think, what could be a really special defensive line for you.
Yeah, it definitely starts with Jason, and we were laughing today at Media Day. Jason's 5'10 and a half, 220-something pounds. He does not look like the All-American defensive end that you see in our league, but he does it. He's got an unbelievable motor. He plays so hard. He's got great fundamentals. He needs to have a big year. I think Nate Howard on the other side's got a chance to have a special year. Austin Malota is a guy that's kind of flown under the radar, but he is very, very good. He transferred from Oregon, and he'll play 1 year for us. I think we're 4 deep at defensive tackle, which you have to be, I think, to have a chance. And then we got some defensive ends with Jason and Nate that I think can really rush the passer.
Easy to see why the expectations are high coming off an 8-win season with all those guys and all that talent coming back. We've got 30 seconds here, but give me the expectations that you're going to lay out for this team throughout the course of training camp, because frankly, it's nice to be talking about expectations at Austin Peay.
Yeah, it really is. My expectation is that we should compete for a national championship. I think the fun part about it is it seems like reality now, and I don't know if people would have believed that 2 years ago, but it feels real, and I'm looking forward to. I'm anxious to get it started.
And it starts with the conference title, of course, because that was the missing piece last year.
You're exactly right. Thanks, Steve, for keeping me in line.
Will Healy, our guest, and I will be back. Wrap things up with him right after this.